All right, look, I am done. I am done with Ledger. So this is the Ledger Nano S, my first hard wallet since 2017. This was an industry standard. It's gone. I'm not using a Ledger product ever again because lately they've been Muppets. They just do Muppetry over and over and over again. And I'm kind of sick and tired of it. So let me explain to you exactly what's going on. You're going to hear a lot of people on YouTube, on X, talking about the Ledger Nano S. Some people are downplaying this. Others are doing massive clickbait to get the clicks. The truth is, it's actually quite important. It's actually quite serious, but without all the clickbaitiness. So let me explain. Let me show you what's going on. So if you go to X and search for Ledger Nano S, you will see a post right here. So Ledger, a prominent provider of cryptocurrency wallets, hardware cryptocurrency wallets, has announced that it will be discontinuing support for its original Nano S device. The news initially shared on May 30. Now keep that date in your head just 1 second. Remember that. We're going to go back to that because there's more to the story. But initially shared on May the 30th, has sparked a wave of reactions from users across various social media platforms, including me as well, the Crypto Factor, as you can see. The announcement started that Ledger would no longer accept new applications, feature submissions, or app updates for the Nano S, which was first launched in 2016. This decision has left many users feeling dismayed and concerned about the future of the devices. And you can see a few people here like Mr. CNFT very graphically saying he's not happy with the Nano S. By the way, this problem you're having here, not being able to get your funds out or sent to another wallet and so on, I had exactly the same problem, my friend. You need to do it over and over again. You may need to actually take Ethereum off your account and add it back for that to work. And when it comes to a Bitcoin, you need to update it first. I know it's ridiculous. Now, a lot of people are saying that you can change your wallet. You can just take another wallet, connect it to the same passphrase. And yes, that's possible, but it's also a liability. And this is what people don't understand. See, you're not taking in account, number one, people that have put the Ledger Nano S in a vault, maybe for their kids or grandkids as their will, and maybe did not include their passphrase or their seed phrase, or maybe they lost it and all they have is the Ledger Nano S and the password, and that's it. Maybe they kept that somewhere else for safety and they pass away, and now that those funds are gone, that Bitcoin, that crypto is gone. Not a good look. And look, Ledger has addressed this. Their CTO has addressed this, but I'm going to show you some major flaws. See, if we scroll down here to Charles, this is their CTO, it says, your Ledger Nano S still works. No shit. And the Ledger Nano S Plus remains fully supported. Yes, I get that, but we're talking about the Ledger Nano S right now. We'll get back to that in just 1 second. The Nano S has had an incredible run. It was officially retired in 2022. Remember that date I told you, May the 30th, when they made the announcement? So officially retired in 2022. Since then, we've been gradually phasing out its full support. So what you're telling me after leaking my email address, that you weren't supporting the Nano S. So you had a hack, you leaked my information, but you weren't really updating the Nano S. Because why? The software updates are expensive? Not as much as you think. Now, I understand that maybe it doesn't have the capabilities, rooms, or can't be further updated, but this is news to me. So the earliest you could have heard about this was what, the 30th of May? And maybe some people heard it before. I haven't. What about all the people that had it in the vault that I was talking about earlier on for their kids? Plus, think of this. You just had a backdoor for seed phrase recovery on your new Nano X. And you stated that the Nano S is not possible, it's older, but doesn't have that backdoor. That's why I continued using it. I even recommended people to use that one because it doesn't have that backdoor access if they're paranoid, which is the reason I kept using mine. And now you're telling me you were selling Nano S's without providing support, knowing that you're going to stop support on the 30th of May this year? You've been selling Nano S's? Really? Is that a good look, you muppets? Is that a good look for you? And let me tell you, you're not winning popularity contests right now. You're based in Europe, so we're scared as it is. You have backdoor access to the safe phrase. Yes, I know 3 different countries and so on. It's very safe for most users. Yes, I get that, but we are Bitcoiners here. Some of us are in altcoins as well, but some of us are OGs like myself, at least if you can call me an OG in 2017, and we tend to be paranoid about this stuff. So now you're telling us that you're stopping the updates and support. So let me ask you something. Geniuses, what if in 5-6 years there's no support? I go to put my Ledger Nano S into my computer to move my funds because I learned about it later on, and my system has a malware and it gets infected and draws a private key. I'm not sure. Is it possible? Maybe it's not. But just me thinking about this, why would I even risk this? Even if it's not possible, why take the chance? You know we're paranoid. Plus, what if I did lose my 24 key phrase and I just have the Ledger Nano S with a password in a vault? It gets obsolete, so my grandson, my grandkids, or whoever cannot use it. Or I left instructions for my girlfriend if I pass away, which is actually true, I did it through a friend, to be able to get my funds, but I have my private key somewhere else for safety. Obviously, I'm not going to have it with my Ledger Nano S. And I pass away, she never finds that, but now she doesn't have access to my Nano S because you're muppets and you're not supporting it. You can't just stop support like that. It doesn't make sense. By the way, if you are pissed off with Ledger, just like I am, and you want to get another crypto wallet, one that you can use, and I'll talk about this a little bit later on, is the Elipal X card. You actually have a machine that comes with this in the box, so you can actually create your private keys straight away, so only you have them. This works with phones. It works very well. I'm using this. It's only $69. So check it out. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Check it out. It's a fast solution. It's a good solution, and I think it'll work out. And I'll talk about it later on in the video and also show you a few other alternative wallets. So stick around for that. And yeah, let's get back to the video. And look, Ledger Nano S saying, Ledger Nano S still works. Launched in 2016, the Ledger Nano S was officially retired in 2022. Again, this is news to me. This is news to me. And we've been gradually phasing out the support since. This is news to us. We did not know about this. You did not communicate this. And since you were phasing out support, why in the blue smurf were you still selling the Nano S and even use it as a marketing standby sort of procedure when the Nano X had that exploit, not the exploit, the backdoor thing, all drama broke out, and you're like, oh, the Nano S is okay. And yes, I understand it only holds 2 coins at most and is limited and so on, but maybe I just want my Bitcoin on there. Is it my prerogative? Did I not buy that Ledger Nano S? My car is from 2001. I have a Mercedes from 2001. I still got a couple of cars as well. And my motorbike is in 2006. I have a BMW 1200 GS. I don't want to retire it. It works fine. So why? Why should I retire it? Why should I do that? Why would you force me and put me in danger for a potential hack with no support, or to be able to give my offspring or any other drama that could possibly happen? Why would you do that? What if I was on a trip and I had my Ledger Nano S with me and suddenly it didn't work? There's so much that can go wrong. I don't get why you're doing this. And look here, Ledger Nano S still works. Launched in 2016, the Ledger Nano S was officially retired in 2022, and we've been gradually phasing out its support since. That doesn't mean it's bricked. It still lets you send, receive, buy, sell, and access your assets. Yes, along with potentially everybody else. Once there's malware in my system or something may go wrong with some sort of exploit or hack and drain my wallet. Or I won't be able to access it if I don't have my private key. What if my private key is in one country in a bank vault? I actually keep my private keys in bank vaults, and I have my Nano S. I need to get my funds out for whatever reason because there's an exploit going on. Because guess what? It's an outdated ledger, and now I can't even do that. I have to travel to another country to get my private key if I still have my private key. What if I give it to my kids, my wife, my daughter, whoever? What if they can't have access because you are Muppets and you're telling us now, and this has been going on since 2022? Does that make sense to you? Is that a good look for you? So no, not only will I not be using the Nano S, I will not be using the Nano X, I will not be using any Ledger product. That's it. And I can't rip very good quality stickers. I can't rip this for dramatic effect. But do you understand the problem here? My dog's getting scared. Sorry, baby. It's a video, baby. I have my pit bull underneath. He's worried about his Dogecoin. You're making my dog worried about his Dogecoin. That's your fault. That's on you. Anyway, with that said, I will not be using Nano S. I will be using another crypto wallet. There are many other crypto wallets out there. For example, you have the Elipal X card. You get it in a box with this machine. You put it inside. You get to create your own private keys. Then you can use this card with your phone or any other phone to make transactions by NPC scanning the chip inside. And that's it. You send, you receive, and that's it. That's fine. There is the Tangent wallet. There is the Trezor wallet. I'll leave links in the description down below. But this card, it's great. $69 for this. Travel everywhere, great hardware wallet. If my phone, anything happens to my phone, they can't do anything because they don't have the card. Plus, I could always put that private key, which I created myself, onto any other phone. And that's it, or any other system. Easy for anybody to use, and they still support their product. So check out the Elipal X card wallet. I'll leave the link down below. The top link, that's the one I'm recommending because it's cheap and fast and it works, and you can get that right now. And then also maybe check out some other wallets as well. But I'm telling you, since they sent me this card, I've been using it. I like it. I love it. And I'm actually transitioning a lot into this. Now, I do have multiple wallets for obvious reasons, different accounts, different hardware wallets. Spread your money. That's why I'm also suggesting the rest. But this one right here works great. So check it down below. And Ledger, I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I supported you. Even with the back door, I was telling everybody it's fine. Use the Nano S. But you basically fucked me. You basically fucked me and everybody else that bought Nano S's. Okay? Thank you very much. Check out the link down below. Make sure you watch this video right here next, and the camera's following me, so I can't. I'll do it like this. Wait, let's do it here. We'll do it like this. Look, it's really cool. It follows me around. By the way, my other camera froze. I wasn't supposed to. So check out, wait, let me see. This video, just check out the video on the screen, wherever.